Welcome to Season 2 of the Backpacking Project. Again, Mark and I are leaving the cold Canadian winter, jumping on a plane and traveling halfway across the world. Just like last year, the story begins at Pearson International Airport in Toronto, where two best friends board a plane and prepare for a 30-hour journey to Bangkok, Thailand. But before we can leave, in true Canadian fashion, we have to wait for the plane to be de-iced. For Season 2 of the Backpacking Project, Mark and I will be visiting 3 countries. First, we'll be exploring Thailand again, but entirely on a motorbike for 30 days. Then, flying to Vietnam and Australia for 2 weeks each. We have a go-with-the-flow agenda and are looking to gain new experiences from last year. Our first flight is a 2-hour trip to New York to connect to our 14-hour flight in Tokyo. Once in Tokyo, we take another 7.5-hour flight to Bangkok. It was the first time Mark and I had flown on a 2-floor Boeing 747. It's very strange to see a staircase when you walk into a plane. A highlight from the plane ride was waking up and looking out over the barren mountains of northern Russia. This would be the last snow we'd see for 2 months. Finally, we descended on Bangkok, just as the sun was setting. With notices being posted by the Canadian government, we knew Bangkok was going to be a little different than last year. The Thai people recently started protesting against the current government, using the slogan, "Shut down Bangkok, restart Thailand." The protests were said to be peaceful, but an estimated 100,000 people were on their way to Bangkok, so it was no place for 2 Canadian backpackers. Mark and I decided to rent our motorbikes in the city of Chiang, just south of Bangkok, just in case the protests are still on when we return. If they are, we might not be able to get back in the city by bike. So, change of plans. We jumped in a taxi and took the first bus down to Chiang. Finding a place to rent the motorbikes for 1 month was the easy part, and it only cost 4,000 baht for 4 weeks, which is about 120 Canadian dollars. But with no internet or phone, finding a Chiang hostel was not so easy. After asking the locals and a bit of luck, we found a very comfortable bungalow-style hostel. A private king fan room with its own washroom is our version of comfort when traveling on a budget. But with every hostel, there are new surprises and sometimes new roommates. But we also got a chance to meet our neighbors as well and decided to hang with them for a bit before we headed to the beach. If you're looking for a place to slow down and take a deep breath, Chiang is a great place to visit. It has the longest beach in Thailand and is surprisingly quiet. When the tide started to go out at night, Mark and I walked out to the rock wall protecting the fishing boats, which was a good idea until we got to about 2 feet away from it. The sand quickly turned to mud, but there was no turning back. Eventually, the sun had set, so we decided to head back to our hostel. When we got back to our bikes, there was a small white puppy sleeping in the sand, hoping we had some food. Unfortunately, stray dogs are everywhere in Thailand, which is very different from a dog in North America. They rule the streets at night and are everywhere. Packs of dogs howling and fighting over territory or food is a common sound on any given night.
Well, thank you so much for watching the first episode. There will be a thumbnail beside me here. If you can click on it, feel free to cut me off and just jump into the second episode. If you can't click on it, it's because we are still trying to upload it. We're uploading these as we travel, and in Thailand, the internet here is not so great. Just want to take a quick opportunity to thank you guys for supporting us. Just by watching, really that's all the support we're looking for. And if you know somebody that wants to or would like to watch a travel series, please feel free to send them the first episode. We have quite a few episodes coming after this. As well, in this episode, we try hunt down a waterfall national park, which doesn't go so well. And then we explore some pretty awesome caves and climb to the top of a mountain. So enjoy.